Geminis.
The month of the Geminis. You on the cups though, so like.
I am. I'm a Cancer
like,
cusp.
Right. I don't know if like.
But I'm a day before the last day.
Yeah, but like you borderline Cancer, Geminis. Like,
I am.
You're not really.
I'm
Gemini
not as crazy as you.
No, you might be worse. You might be worse though.
Cancer?
I'm gonna say why.
Cancers are chill, emotional.
I love Cancer, but as a Gemini, what people always try to deny, we are super emotional.
Absolutely.
So a Gemini mixed with a Cancer, I don't know.
It's a lot of emotions.
Oh my gosh, I don't know how.
Yeah.
How do you do that? But before we get to all that, man, it's birthday month.
Meditate.
June 20th. You about to be outside.
Cheers.
Yeah, to the Geminis.
To the Geminis.
Gang.
Cheers to all the Geminis. Are we recording?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Cheers to the Geminis.
Make sure Mama should get some, please. And we got some. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna double cup the right way, and I don't mean by 2 cups. We're gonna have 2 cups.
Oof.
2 separate cups. Let's get it.
You see what I'm saying? Geminis are like, you see what I'm saying? You already starting up.
It's a vibe. I know you got the nails, but do you want to do the honors? Can you?
No. You can do it.
I got you. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I ain't know. I got you. Let's get it popping. Happy birthday. Serayah is in the building. Let's get it. J Hill Podcast. Look, this is how we starting off the show, man.
Woo!
Yeah.
That's the best right there.
Yes, sir. Here we go. I'm gonna pour you first. Come on.
Okay.
Take that on a little bit. Yeah.
You know what you're doing, okay, with the little tilt.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. Great.
Get you right.
Thank you.
This is how you really double cup. 2 cups. Shit. Why not? Hey, MJ, can you wipe this off a little bit? Wash this off a little bit so Mom and Deuce can get some too.
Are you from Baltimore?
Yeah. How you know?
The 2.
Cut it out.
The 2. The 2 always gives y'all up. Mm-hmm. Even if you're trying not to. If you're trying not to.
2. I feel like everybody said it the same way.
2.
2.
Oh, so you just said it. No.
It's all the same. Yo, so
Curfew.
I want to talk to you. What's going on? How you feeling?
Well, first, cheers.
Cheers. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Gang, you already know.
Happy birthday, belated.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm feeling great.
And I'm such an alcoholic. I chase it with more liquor. So yeah, what's going on? How you feeling? Like, what's your energy on? Vibe check. Tell me what's going on. How you feel for real?
Vibe check.
Mm-hmm.
I feel amazing. I'm super grateful. I'm in a space where this year, like we were just talking, I don't know if that was on camera or off, but it's been an emotional few years. Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously for the whole world since COVID and stuff. So I don't know about you, but COVID made me very, very introspective on my life and a lot of things that are going on. So this year, I feel like a new leaf has turned, and I'm super excited. I'm really excited for my birthday, and that hasn't been the case for a few years, to be honest. So I'm loving this new space I'm in, and it could just be maturity and getting over those growing pains. But
what was the growing pains? I'm curious.
I don't know. Just a lot of things. I don't know if you know much my story, but me, like, when I graduated high school, a year later, then I got Empire. Then it just was like nonstop.
Yeah.
And 2020 is when our last season of Empire. And then we went into COVID. And it was the first time me sitting down since I was 19 and just kind of going over a lot of emotions from childhood, just a lot of things, just kind of going within myself. And there was nothing else to do but that during COVID. So that was just that time. And so now I feel like, there's just been a lot of personal growth. So this year has been pretty amazing.
What was the biggest part of the growth for you? What was what was the part where you grew the most, if you had to look at it?
Ooh. I would say in this past year, 2022, 2023, yeah. I would say in this past year, I would say just submitting. Just not having goals, but not having expectations, being open to what is coming my way. type of thing, which is hard to do when you're a super motivated person.
Yeah.
And you have goals and like every day that's all you think about, whatever you're doing. But this year I truly have been working on just living in the moment and being present and just submitting to what's for me.
That's so crazy because usually when we hear submitting, of course, we hear woman submitting to a man.
To a man, of course.
Right?
Yeah.
But the fact that you said that far as, and that's, you said what? Yeah. That's a fact. No, that's a fact. But it's like, it's crazy because sometimes you got to submit. There's so many other things to submit to.
Absolutely.
God. I mean, yes. I don't know where you are with that, but God,
I agree.
Right? Life itself, right?
Yeah.
Because sometimes you got to be able to sit back and just be like, you know what? I can't do anything about this. God, it's a scripture.
You can do, yes.
God grant me serenity to accept the things I cannot change. Yeah. The courage to change the things I can, but the wisdom to know the difference, right? That's life. So when you say submitting and just in life in general, it's like, that's the conversation that people need to be having, though.
Absolutely.
Because there's so many things we want to do as creatives, as people.
And you can. You can't. No, you can.
In fact, no, you can, for sure.
But just maybe it's not right now.
Come on, you talking now.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
And like the more that you really, I feel like, meditate on that, it's like if you look around, some of these things are within your willpower. Some of the things you are doing, hence the space we're in now. And I'm sure you have your own goals.
Wait, I'm sorry. Hey, can we get her a cup for that? And like, come on, man, we gotta get her a cup for that. Yeah. She need a cup for that. That's for the champagne. We all double cupping. Okay. We outside then. Hey, we outside.
You want the bubbles in that one.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's all good. They don't know, but yeah. No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, so that's been that's the space I'm in. Yeah.
Well, I'm happy that you're in that space. I know even
it's hard as a creative.
I was about to say.
It's so hard.
Even in that space, looking back on it like, man, I came so far, but even in that space is so hard right there because now really you're accepting it, and accepting it is a whole nother. That's hard.
But celebrating yourself, that's a part of it. Facts. Once you begin to celebrate yourself for the things you have done and where you are and the growth and the things that you have accomplished, then you can stop worrying about what you don't have. You know what I mean?
Come on, man.
Because you're always going to want more. Come on. There's always something more.
Talk.
It just really is.
It is. And it's crazy because we talk about being creatives and we got to add social media to it, right? And being an actor, you got to add just what comes with that. A lot of people see the glam of it, right? The good, the ups of it, but they don't see the downs of it, right? Because now, you on TVs and now it's expectations of yourself now, right?
Right.
I was just on one of the biggest, let's go back to before 2020, right? 2017.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm on one of the biggest TV shows, if not the biggest TV show.
What show?
You.
Oh, me?
Right,
I thought you were talking about you. I'm like, what show is this?
This interview is about you, right? Okay. So, like, I'm on one of the biggest TV shows, Empire, right? But people they don't see the flip side of it when I come out. It's like, now my expectations, the bar is set now.
Yeah.
It's like grand opening, and it could be grand closing if I let it.
If I let it, yeah.
People don't see that part, though.
Yeah.
That had to bring another level of stress to you. Like
that was a hard transition. That happened during 2020 and 2021 when we was locked in the house, which was like, a lot of the conversations, interviews, talks, people talking around me was, what are you doing next?
Go there.
What are your plans? Like, how do you feel about, so many actors and actresses being on big TV shows, hit TV shows? And they in interviews, and this is no shade to anyone because it's a valid question. Are you scared to be typecast? Are you scared to, basically be left? A lot of teenage actors are left where they were, basically. That's a lot to digest, and I wasn't really prepared for that at that time because I'm like, well, first of all, I don't know what I'm doing next. Then COVID happened, so nobody's doing nothing. And it was a big transition to get people to see me outside of that character and a lot of work to do that.
Yo, even if we can pause for a second and stay right there, right? Even you said something that was so powerful that I kind of hate. I'm growing out of it because I was doing it to myself a lot. But coming out of Power, again, one of the biggest TV shows, if not the biggest TV show on
Empire.
I mean, Empire. I'm sorry, I apologize. That wasn't shade.
You know what? That happens so much.
That wasn't shade, bro. I promise.
Shout
That's
out
gonna
to
look like
50,
shade. That's gonna look like shade.
it.
Did I say that twice? I said that twice?
No.
Okay.
No,
Oh my God. That's gonna look like shade. That wasn't shade, I swear to God. All right, so coming off one of the biggest TV shows, right? Empire. And people, instead of people congratulating you, right? I'm pretty sure you have people congratulating you.
Absolutely.
People are asking what's next. And it's like, yo, first of all, can we say like, yo, shout out to a great season, to like a great show I just accomplished, right? And it's like, I'm pretty sure that happens when, I don't know, when other accolades come. I'll drop a big interview and people like, yo, that's fire. What's next? Nigga, I don't know.
I just dropped this. Like, go watch it.
This shit was hard as hell to do. Like,
yeah.
what's next? Like, come on, have some fucking respect.
Right. Put
like,
some respect on my name.
Facts. So like, I feel that when you say that.
Yeah.
So let's dive into your life a little bit. You was playing ball. You had hoop dreams for real.
No. But yeah.
You ain't have hoop dreams. You had dance dreams.
Yes.
You had dance dreams.
Which I do all the time.
You still doing?
I still dance.
Yo,
absolutely.
how was it dancing in LA?
Well, you know what? I never wanted to be a dancer, but I am a dancer. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be a dancer as a profession is different from like, I love to dance, but I want to be the artist.
Okay.
So I can say that it's probably very competitive. I feel like dance is very competitive, you know, and the best of the best get chosen for their talent and what they're good at, for different artists, depending on, you know, what they do. Plays, if they're dancing for artists on tour, or if they're just, you know, dancing in the studios. I'm very familiar with the whole worlds. I grew up, you know, I went to Millennium when I was young. This is a very popular dance studio in LA.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I've seen it all. But I can't say that I've lived a dancer's life to kind of comment on that.
Okay, so far as that though, right? Did you get any pushback when you were dancing in the beginning, right? When you was doing your artist thing, you was dancing, people like, maybe you shouldn't dance. Maybe you should just...
No,
No?
I never got pushback on my dancing. But on a lot of things, yes.
Like what?
On just different opportunities that you want. You just don't always, that you audition for. You don't always get everything you audition for. You know what I mean? For whatever reason. And I remember at a very young age, actually, as a dancer, when I was, how old was I? 8 when I did Sonic audition? How old was I? 7, 8, 9? I was 8 when I auditioned for the Seattle Sonic dance team. I don't know. They had this, like, it was a bunch of kids auditioning, maybe like 100 kids. And I did not make the cut. I made a couple rounds, but I didn't make the cut, and I cried all the way home. So, like, but it's so good to be denied something so that you're grateful for when it comes, and you work so much harder because you're like, now it's I'm a competition with myself type of person.
Facts.
I root for the other person, but I'm competitive with myself.
That's a fact.
And
I can only imagine.
That built a lot of strength.
I can see that. I asked that because like we had and they didn't. We have a dancer that's in Atlanta from Baltimore. Her name is Amira, right? I interviewed her a long time ago, right? And she used to say like when she was coming up dancing, that people used to tell her she would dance too hard. But this is in Baltimore, so this is a whole another side of the world, right? Yeah. And I was wondering, did you ever have any experience with that? Like maybe not dancing too hard, but like maybe you sang a little too good, right? Maybe you had to dumb it down. Did you ever feel like you had to dumb down your talent to fit in certain rooms?
Honestly, that's a great question. I don't think I've ever felt that feeling. I understand that feeling though. But I can say that on Empire, for those that know, there's a song called Look But Don't Touch, and that's like one of the biggest songs that I did on that show. And that me dancing with those women, and shout out to y'all, because they're like working dancers. They dance for all the biggest artists. Dancing with them pushed me to a level that I've never experienced. And it taught me so much. And so that's probably what your friend had to go through. There's probably something that she was naturally talented and gifted, but when she gets into a room or a space with people in a professional space, like sometimes it is about blending and it is about looking uniform and unison, and it's about not necessarily sticking out. Now, if you have a solo, then that's you, go crazy. But I did have to learn that when it's a bunch of people all together, it really like it matters. And I had boot camp, Jamaica Craft, Brandon Jones. Those are the choreographers, and the dancers were amazing, and it was complete boot camp for me. And I'm so grateful for those times that I went home, my whole body hurt because it just created a different monster in me. Like,
that's crazy.
It was unbelievable. Yeah.
So that's a great way to even think about it, like just one bang, one sound type of thing, right?
Yeah.
You can't be going out there and you sticking out like a sore thumb.
Depending on what it is, yeah.
Right?
Right. And
I was wondering, is it like that in acting? Because sometimes people could be doing a lot and you don't need to do a lot for this
yeah.
role.
You know what? It's very different worlds. We're all creatives, and it's so similar in ways, but then it's also so different. Like a theater actor is different from an on-screen actor. And those are things that I've learned over time, of course. But yeah, there are times where, you know, the director can give you direction on how they see it versus how you may have saw it. So it's about being adaptable. It's about taking direction. And that's what books people jobs, honestly, is being adaptable, being able to take direction, being flexible with your gift, and being able to carry out the vision of whatever you're doing, whoever you're working for.
Facts. And I think, just in my opinion, you could tell me if I'm wrong or not, I feel like another thing that makes people special is when you can walk in the room and you can make so many other people shine as well. Right? Like that's what, like, we look at sports players like LeBron James, right? Like you see LeBron James get on the court and he automatically makes every other person on the court level up. Right? And I feel like that's another part of being special. It could be acting, it could be dancing.
Yeah.
I don't know,
absolutely.
Have you witnessed that?
Yes, I've definitely witnessed that. I've you know what? Fortunately, I have worked with some really great actors that I look up to, and I see their work ethic, and that's what they do. Like Taraji, when she comes on set, she's a powerhouse, and it makes everybody like step their shit up.
What made her a powerhouse? If you could think back that far.
To me, she's unapologetic, and she is free with her gift, and she doesn't. Well, for me, looking in, you know, on the outside looking in, she allows herself to express and to be free, and she doesn't second guess her instinct. She allows her instinct to be present first, and that's actually one of the pointers she gave me.
Now, do you think that comes with time, or is that something
some people have it naturally? But it can come with time.
Or not even learning it, right? I'm saying, I'm like, so when you say she's free, I feel like she worked hard to be free, right?
Absolutely.
She worked hard to say what she wanted.
Absolutely. She went to Howard. Like, she studied
this.
this.
And I was wondering,
so I'm sure,
if you're a new actor, does that take away some of your freeness, or sometimes you want to speak up, but you can't because, like, this ain't my time. But when somebody that's like Taraji, it's like, man, I work to be here. I'm big dog. I can say what I want. Do you?
Yeah, I feel like your experience and your gift and your talent and your accolades, for instance, can allow you more space to have that opinion or that say so, or no, this is how I feel like it should be done. And I feel like that also is respected amongst other people you're working with. But yeah, like, it is a little bit of a, if you're new here, like, learn.
You ever felt that any
yeah,
time?
Absolutely.
Did that hurt?
I felt that on Empire. A lot.
Did it give you like pressure in your chest at the moment, or you?
Absolutely.
Damn.
Butterflies, pressure, nervous, all of that.
Damn. Y'all was watching. How old were you when you was on Empire?
I started when I was 19.
19. When did you do the I guess you had a scene where you kissed a girl or something like that. What age was that?
That same year.
19.
Yeah, I think that was the first season, yeah.
So I was looking at some interviews or whatever, and it was this one interview that kind of made me cringe. I'm not even going to lie. because they were talking about it, but I was like, yo, like, granted you was 19, but it still felt like you was just so young, and like,
I was.
These was like grown men, like they really just going in. You probably know what I'm talking about, but
I don't know.
Okay, see, I be digging in my bag. It was a long time ago, so, but I was just like, sheesh, and I was wondering, like, in that time, 18, right? You said 18, 19 years old. Did you feel like because you had that scene, you was over sexualized in the lights of so many people? And probably rushed before you wanted to be?
Wow, that's a great question. I've never been asked that question. Sure. Sure. But it's something that it's something that I was not pressured to do. It's something that I was fully aware of. It was something that was a meeting. We had a meeting about it because, once again, my character did not start off that way. It's TV. They write episodes as they go usually, and it ended up that my character was getting into these things, and this is who she was becoming. And I think that at that time I was very nervous. Obviously, at that time I've never done that, and then personally, but then also I'm doing this on TV. I have parents and family. I was just nervous. I was very nervous, to be honest with you. But you know what? I realized that this is my craft, and I am not me. I'm Tiana. And this is the reality of so many women that are going through whatever they're going through. Whatever, we had a conversation when I sat down with the producers that she's a young girl. She's a pop star. She has this fame all of a sudden. And she's figuring herself out. And that, once I heard the reason behind it, and it wasn't just being sexualized, I said, okay. It made me feel so much better because, yes, I know that. I understand that. I relate to that. And I know there's so many women or men that go through that. And I was like, I'm okay with telling that story.
Sheesh. Y'all ready? This is when the podcast begins. So, all right, I did not write this down, I promise. But this is such a genuine question, and it's so real. We talk about relatability. It's so important. It's so powerful, right?
Yeah.
And especially when we're watching TV and movies and things like that, that's what separates the good shows from the great shows. Like when it can touch you in a space where like, oh, I felt that way. But now I'm listening to you and I'm wondering, like, we see TV shows like, what was the Drake show? What was the show Drake did? No, not that one. The newer one with the girls and Euphoria.
Oh, Euphoria.
Right, we see shows like Euphoria, and it's so great because that's what I was doing in high school, right?
Really?
I mean, we all had our times, but man, not drugs. We was there, we was doing everything. But you see it and it's so relatable. It's like, yo, my God, that's what I was doing in high school. Yeah. That's what makes it so good. But let's look on the other side, right? It'd be a lot of young people playing these roles, and I'm like, yeah, even if we do have that conversation, even if you are okay with it, do you really know what's to come after that airs on TV, after that goes worldwide? Are you really prepared for that? Are you even ready to have that answer, right? Like, and I guess the question is, we talking about morals and ethics. Like, as good as it is, as powerful as an impact it is to see that and to think back on like, that was me, right? Is that really good for the person in it, the actor, the actress?
I think it just depends on you. And, like, for me, it was all about doing something. At the end of the day, yes, I have family, morals, ethics, all this. But at the end of the day, you just have to be comfortable. If it's something that you consent, the word consent, to is most important, and you understand what you're doing, then I feel like it's fine. I mean, you can't control what people are going to think or say. You can't control how people are going to feel about anything you do in life. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and I guess this is the conversation, like, at what age is it really consent? Because at 19, do we really know? Like, do you really know what you want? Do you really know what's okay? Granted, we're over 18. Yeah. And I'm not saying nothing to the TV shows. I'm just having a conversation, like, just thinking back, I'm thinking like if my daughter, right, like at 18, at 18, 19, then I really I thought I knew what I wanted, right?
Yeah.
Until I saw what I didn't want. And I'm just thinking like, damn, like, I wonder if, I don't know, it's a slippery slope.
Well, you know what? Like my mom has been saying, if it ain't a hell yes, it's a hell no.
That's hard.
Period.
I like that. I like that.
If it
like
ain't
that.
a hell
like
yes,
that.
it's a hell no.
That's hard. That's hard.
And
like
that's
that.
what you have to stick to. Do not commit to doing nothing that you're not sure about. Because like you're saying, you don't know how you're going to feel after. You don't know if you look back, if you're going to be ashamed or whatever. If you feel in your gut that it's not right for you, then you need to back away from that situation, not do it. Because you don't want to have that regret or that shame or whatever comes with it. For me, I was so much more comfortable knowing that this is not just like clickbait, if you will. This is not just for, oh my gosh, wow aspect. You're really telling a story of a person. And that's real. That's what acting is. We're telling stories of real human beings. And a lot of the things that they got from Empire is emulating real pop culture. Right. So I was okay with it from there because we've heard of these stories with women in the industry that are young pop stars that are huge and they're just living their life under a microscope. We know that so well. So I was okay with that. And I am okay with it still. And I stand by that, you know. But if you do feel, or if I did feel like it wasn't right for me, then I would have had to walk away. You know, and there's a lot of people that have to walk away sometimes.
Oh, that's fire. That's real. If it ain't a hell yes, it's a hell no.
Hell no for
that's
everything.
Hard. I know. That's life. That's what. Listen. That's the first thing I thought about is life. It's like
everything.
Every single thing in life. We was just talking yesterday about just self-love, right? That's a form of self-love. That's a form of boundaries. That's a form of, if that ain't the highest form of love, I don't know what is, right? Yeah. Outside of loving God, right?
Absolutely.
When it comes to loving yourself, that's the highest form of self-love. And that's, if it ain't a hell yes, it's a hell no.
Gotta get out of here.
That's hard. That's fire. Like, nah, for real. Damn. So, okay. So, one thing about Empire, and again, I'm going back so long ago. One thing about Empire, I think at that time, it was like a back and forth for Ghost at the moment, right? I think, yeah. It was like a back and forth for like what was better, right? It was that was like the two shows you comparing to.
Oh.
Right? That was the two shows you were comparing to, right?
Power and Empire.
Yeah, Power, yeah. Then I think
I just hate that because it's like at the time it's two black big shows, black cast, black creators, and I hate that we were pitted against each other. I really do.
I mean, you know that's life, though. We're gonna do that. I
know, but
you know,
right now it's so beautiful because there's a plethora of black shows to watch. Not to saying that there wasn't then, but we were really, really hot at the same time, and I just hated that we were pitted against each other because internally it just causes a lot. But
like what? I'm curious.
I mean, it just causes a lot of riffraff between actors. We're young and we're all new to this and we're all hungry. Yeah. And to me, it's poor leadership sometimes. But you know what I mean? To me, it's more about we're doing this, and I'm clapping. I'm clapping for black men buying BET. Like, to me, that's amazing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm clapping for you doing what we're doing right now.
Thank you.
Because you could be doing a million other things.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
You could be doing a million other things and you sitting here with me.
Absolutely. But you know, that's where my mind is. And so when it's about negativity, I just don't subscribe. Yeah.
But I mean, I get it, right? But that's what sells.
I get it. It's playful banter sometimes, but also
it comes with a lot, like you said, though.
Yeah, it comes with a lot in real life.
Right, and at that moment,
off of Twitter.
Oh. And I'm not saying at that moment, you probably don't know about it. Like you said, like you young. Now, it's probably real
young
smoke.
And popping, got money, like.
It's real smoke. Like
people out the hood for the first time, like all type of stuff.
Facts. Nah, you're right. You're right. That's true. You're right. But I was going to ask, like, so making a switch, right? Well, not a switch, but for the sake of conversation, like coming to BMF, right? Working with 50.
Yes.
And I was wondering, what were some of the things that, if we're going two types of questions, right? What were some of the missed opportunities on that side, right, that you saw was together on the other side, right? And vice versa. What were some of the things that you saw that was great over here that probably wasn't as great over there?
As far as what? Working on BMF?
Yeah, as far as the business, as far as the actor, as far as whatever, right? Like, what were some things that you came in like, damn, I just learned this. This was new to me and I like it.
You know, to be honest, I learn new things all the time. Every show I work on or every project. Excuse me. He has me drinking champagne.
Take your time. Hey, I'm drinking both.
Okay.
Take your time. You need some seconds? It's fine. It's fine. Take your time. We ain't in no rush. Take your time. We ain't in no rush.
I'm like, these bubbles are coming up, child. Okay.
No, you good. You good.
Okay. I learn new things on every project I work on. Mm-hmm. I can say with BMF, I had a very pleasant experience. I loved meeting 50 and the whole team. I loved working with all the actors on there. I'm super close with a lot of them. They're all very talented. And I popped in and out of that show because of my role. So I wasn't in the daily, like Empire was there more daily. BMF, I wasn't. And so when I did get there, it was such a cool world for me because it was like we're in the 80s or we're late 80s, early 90s, and it's like the clothes, the cars, the houses, the sets that they build. It just takes you back into a moment, and they do a really great job at like capturing that authentically, especially to Detroit or Detroit, as they say. And so that experience for me was amazing, and I loved every second of working on BMF. I think that, you know, 50 has a powerhouse going on, and what he's doing very, very, very well, you know, and I love that for him, and I love that for all the actors that are in the franchise, because you're set up for great TV, you're set up for great scripts, and to be involved in something that's not only hot, but that's telling great stories, and it's authentic, and I just really enjoy it. I enjoy all of them.
What was something that you overly enjoyed filming BMF that you wish was a part of the Empire process? Or we can't answer that. If you can't, it's fine. I don't want. Hey, I mean,
you know what?
You need to keep the bags coming. So
I can't really say.
Hey, I'm with you. Trust me. Tell me. You can tell me. It's family over here.
Cut that out. I can't really say. It's two different times of my life, to be honest. Empire. I don't know if you noticed. I was pretty much. I was working at H&M, and I was like enrolling into college and having a really, really tough time with my living situations. And then I booked Empire, and the first check I got was I was able to get a place to live. So it's like, it's just it was a way. And then now I did BMF after COVID, and it's like, it's a whole different, I'm older. I've experienced a lot more. I'm able to just be present and have my blindfolders on. You see these glasses?
My heart. I told you got a lot of comments off the last
I don't have great peripheral vision right now. And that's what it is. I can't really explain that. Where it's like, it's having blinders. So when I go work on BMF, hey, how you doing? BMF. Like, I'm me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about all of that. And if it is around me, it's like oil on water. I mean, water on oil or whatever. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
It don't mix.
I'm just not even, I don't see it. You know, I'm not into it. And honestly, I wasn't there enough to really be into it. So I can say that my experience was amazing. Empire taught me a lot. And I was a young girl on Empire. I literally wasn't even 21 yet.
Right.
Like, I was popping before I could even legally get into a club. So it's just a different time. And honestly, there's really no, both shows were amazing. Both shows are amazing. Hey, I can't really say anything.
Hey, it's fine. Great answer. Really, it's okay.
Yeah. I'm being completely honest. Hey, I hope that people know that I'm genuine.
It's fine. Even if they don't.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think you bullshit a little bit in it, but it's okay.
I'm really not. I mean, I don't know.
But you're supposed to do that anyway.
I had an amazing experience.
And that's how it's supposed to be. Great.
Yeah.
Exactly. Trust me.
I had my hardships at Empire, but I was like I said, I was a young, growing girl. And there's a lot of personal things I was going through as well.
So let's talk about some of the growth then, right?
Yes.
I feel like being on the show then and being on the show now
Yeah.
is completely different because you're completely two different people.
Absolutely.
Right? So what are some of the things that I guess you learned, or some of the things that you see yourself doing differently now that you got the experience under your belt, now that you can come in a little bit more unapologetically you, right? You can let your hair down, and you might even call a little bit of shots. It might not be the shots you going to call 10 years from now.
Absolutely.
But you got a little leverage now.
Yeah.
I wonder, like, even when it comes to money.
Yeah, it's different now.
Yeah,
it's different.
I'm curious, like, even when it comes to money, what are some of the things you was being irresponsible with when you was on Empire versus being on BMF? Like, talk to me about the growth in that. All of it, whatever you get. What was your first irresponsible purchase at Empire?
Irresponsible.
Yeah, what was the thing you shouldn't have bought? Like, this is dumb. If you had to go back, I wouldn't have
did
that.
I wish I did that. I didn't. I was never irresponsible with my money because I didn't have any. So I wasn't playing with that. I wasn't playing with not having. Yeah, nah. That I was very serious about those things. Because of just my life growing up. And that was something that I wasn't willing to sacrifice a living situation for a chain or anything like that. That just wasn't me. It's just not me. But I can say, a lot of things. They're responsible with time and getting lit and having to go to work the next day.
Yeah, I was about to say, what about the acting part? What about like reading your lines? Was you more serious with it then because you had to be, because you had to study all the time, whereas though now, is it like, man, I can get this like that, or was it opposite? Was you playing and partying and like not really, it took you longer than it is now?
It definitely took me longer then than it is now. I feel like, lines and things is like a learned, it's a skill.
Yeah.
So it gets better over time. But I could definitely say I didn't even have that many lines in Empire. You have to understand, like, Empire was, I wasn't, I was more of a performer on that show. I didn't have too many lines to worry about. As the seasons progressed, I got more involved in the show. And thank God, because listen, I was a guest star reoccurring. I was guaranteed 3 episodes. That's it. They just kept writing me in because Twitter loved me. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you to the people.
Yeah.
That's what I think. And they saw me and Hakeem and Tiana and Hakeem. And that was the thing. And it just kept going. And thank God it did, right? Because now I'm sitting here.
Yeah.
But I was not guaranteed that. So I could just say it's just divine and it's hard work. And I fought for a lot of things that a lot of the spaces I was in Empire was very competitive. And I fought for a lot of that. I worked very, very hard. You
was a red carrying performer, right? Let's get into this shit now. Let's get into the music.
Absolutely.
Do you think you can do both just as good 100% all the time? Both acting and music?
Personally?
Yeah.
I think you can do both just as good, but I think that both need undivided attention.
Now, do you think acting has gotten or still is getting in the way of making music?
Sure. It's time.
Are you truly okay with that, or is that what you got to do to keep the lights on? Just curious.
It's something I love to do, but it's something I also am aware of. At this moment in my life, I am aware that I want to spend more time on my music. And that's something that I'm just consciously aware of. Okay, this is what I want to do. And I feel like I'm in a position now to do that.
Now, are you prepared to say no to a couple gigs to stay focused on the music? Would you ever even do that?
I have.
How was that feel? I feel like that's maybe a touchy topic.
Depends on your situation, but for me, I I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler, homie. I'm a hustler. He laughing at me.
No, I want to know because
What's your name? Because I'm serious.
You just play with me, bro. Like you laugh, I'm dead ass. You laughing and shit. Ain't nothing
so
funny.
Serious.
But okay, but was it any damn what ifs? I wish when it comes to the music, because like again, when you don't do something 100%, right? You always look back like, damn, I could.
No, I always do it 100%. I think I'm just realizing that it just requires more time.
From research, it just looks like, if I had to say, it looks like, okay, acting kind of got in the way, even if it didn't. It just looks like, man, I want to do music, but acting just got in the way of that.
Acting it was my way there. That's how I feel. But I also love it, right? It's like super exciting and it's fun and it's a different form of art. And these are all things I've done growing up. I've done acting, dance, and singing my whole life. So it just was the first thing to happen. And I was a singer on the show.
Right. But is that, being a singer on a show, is that like being a singer in reality? Like,
well, no, it's not.
So yeah, you can say, man, it was the pathway, but was it really? Because it's like, bro, like, I'm not. What's the character, Tiana?
Well, it absolutely was. Because it gave me the platform. It allowed people to know who I was. Yeah,
that makes sense. You did you take some things off of iTunes?
Off?
Yeah.
No.
No, you didn't take nothing off of iTunes.
No, why?
Nah, because I went on the iTunes.
I don't have a lot of music.
Yeah, I was like, maybe you took some things off.
I'm releasing an EP soon.
Okay, so that's the first thing that popped up. I'm looking at. I'm like, Serayah.
There's probably a lot of TV music.
Yeah, Empire stuff on that. Yeah, for sure. But it's not a lot of Serayah. And I was like, wait.
Yeah, I'm dropping an EP soon. That's actually what we're working on right now, nonstop.
Okay, so when is this coming? Give me a date. Because I'm looking, and I'm like I was literally just looking. First of all, this Level of Dials fire.
Thank you.
Fire.
Yeah, that was my latest single.
Is that like it gives West Indian vibe? No.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Afrobeats.
Afrobeat.
Yes.
Okay.
The artist on there he's African. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all didn't mean.
No,
to say
it has a similar.
My girl is Jamaican, so.
But okay.
I didn't mean to say that. I did not mean to say that. Oh my God, that was bad.
Yeah.
And what I'm about to say next, it makes it worse. So I'm like, I know better. I swear I was listening to it and you know what it made me think of, and this might be a stretch. Wizkid and Chris Brown.
Well, period, because I love that song.
Yeah, like that. Is it not like a similar BPM or not?
Absolutely.
I thought so.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, so my EP is coming. Right now, we're shooting for August. And yeah, that was the single that I released. I'm an independent artist. I've been funding all of my own things thus far. And it's not an easy road being completely independent. So sometimes people are independent and they also have
they got a little back
distro. Yeah.
They got a little empire behind them.
You know what I'm saying? You understand the business though. Yeah. I'm saying it for people who don't understand it. Being completely independent means it's your checking account. So it's very different when you're the one putting up your own dollars. Shout out to Nipsey for selling and doing what he did.
$100 at that.
Because
early.
Yeah, because
he sold his project for like $100 early before he dropped Victory Lap, before he was really Nipsey Hussle. He was selling them $100 a piece.
And I understand why.
Yeah. Yo, let's talk about that then. What about, because I feel like this perception versus reality thing. Like even now, right? Like you independent and it's hard. But people look at you like, man, that's Serayah, man. Like, what? Like, she was on Empire.
Yeah,
she was on
people
BMF.
Look at you and say a lot of things.
She probably rich. Like, and then they Google your net worth. It probably say 4 million or some shit, 10 million. You're like, what the fuck?
You're like, what?
Like me? Y'all got it. Yo, how was that for you? Like, just people looking at you because you on TV, because you got 2 million followers, because you are Serayah, right? But you probably like, man, I'm still climbing. You have no idea. How was that?
It's weird because it's false reality. And I feel like that's what we all Man, you don't know what people's real situations is looking like. Instagram and music videos and all of these things they don't clearly depict a real situation. It is. I'm not saying that some of the people don't really have money. I mean, I don't know these situations, but I am saying that it's also gimmicky and it's very much a persona, perception.
Yeah, for sure.
It's business. It's getting you to buy into something. And so that's just what it is. And as soon as your face hits TV, people think that you're rich.
How does that?
And that's just not it.
How does that affect the closest ones to you, your family, your close friends? How did that affect those relationships?
Differently, in different ways. Just like what I said, people see your face hits the TV, they think you're rich. But really, I said this in another interview, but really, you don't know what a guest star reoccurring makes. And it's not what the other people on the show are making. We all have our own contracts
right.
and our own deals. And, just because you see me next to someone doesn't mean that our bank accounts are similar, type of thing. So, so it can become kind of difficult. And, people pass, some people fall. When it's winter, the leaves fall. Some people fall off. And that has happened. But at the end of the day, I just really feel like just sharing the awareness, which is what I love. I love having conversations like this because I'm about keeping it real. I just can't do anything less. And it's so important for people to understand, even people that are aspiring to be in a place, that you're fine. Understand that it's okay because everything is not what it seems. You really don't know people's situations for real. When you're looking at pictures and videos of people and what they choose to let you see, it's not the same as what's happening all day, every day.
Talk to them.
So I just, it's really important, especially for aspiring actors or musicians or just people getting into the entertainment field. It's very important to realize that, yes, you can have someone as maybe look up to them in their work or things that they've been a part of, but don't think that it's so far from you. That's what I learned. That's what I really learned. God really showed me that, things can really happen like that. Are you ready for it? Is the question.
They say success is when preparation meets opportunity. That's what success is, when you're prepared for it. So you have a opportunity to come in. A lot of them ain't prepared for it. It's going to skip right over your ass.
Right.
And that's what your ass get. I don't feel no sorry for you. I'm curious though, did you lose any good relationships, ones that you really wanted, that you really cared for, that you really cherished over that?
Yeah, there's family members and best friends and people that I was very hurt over a lot of years. That I just didn't understand what went wrong. Sometimes it the money or the fame or the whatever it has changes people around you. And you're the same person. And sometimes all you want people to do is
recognize you as such.
Yeah, but you just look
oh my God.
Let's all do this together. And that light shines bright on the things that other people are going through, and sometimes it's too much for them.
Come on, man. The hardest part about that? The hardest, in my opinion, the hardest part about that is you don't learn that until you end it.
Yeah. You don't really understand it.
Right, coming into it, man, I can't wait till I get lit. I'm bringing all my family with me. We're going to be out. We ain't never going to have to worry about nothing. And on your road to litness or greatness, right? Of course, you hit certain milestones, and people think these milestones is the destination, and it just steps to the top. I'm not there yet. And they start thinking, they start having expectations. They start thinking you this and that. And I never understood. I thought it was cliche that, and I'm sorry, I'm getting passionate about this. Because I thought, I did not know, but it's when you get successful, you don't change the people around you, and you don't really understand it till you living in it. And that shit hurt. I don't know about that shit hurt. Because it's bro, you want people to still look at you like I'm still me. Oh, let's kick
Because
it.
you are.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know what still being me? Bro, I can't pay your bills. I never paid your bills. I never did that. I want to. But I ain't even paying my mom's bills yet.
Maybe one day I can, you know what I'm saying? But give me a second.
It's like, bro, I just bought my mom's a watch. It ain't an Audemars. It ain't a Rolex. It's a nice watch. It might be a Citizen, but it ain't. But niggas, they just see it and they have expectations. And it's like, bro, give me a second.
Yeah.
You ever felt like you had? I know you felt.
Absolutely. All the time.
Oh, my God.
All the time.
Mm-hmm. You see, I'm like, that shit hurt, bro.
It does hurt. It really does hurt because it's from the people that you love. So it's a really weird dynamic to come to terms with.
It's a hard pill to swallow.
It really is, yeah.
How do you get over that? For the people who haven't seen it yet, how have you gotten over it?
Time and understanding that some of the hurtful things maybe said or done has nothing to do with me.
Come on, man.
And really, really understanding that and knowing that for myself and allowing, if space is what needs to be had, even though that's not what I desire, then so be it. You know, you can't suffer because then that's going to stop your own growth. Because now you're worried about this all day, right? You're not focused on what you're doing. So it becomes a weight carried and you just don't, you're not responsible for that. And that's another thing, understanding what you're responsible for.
Yo, you know, another hard part of that to me, in my opinion, is having to be graceful, having grace for people.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? Because you said something a few seconds ago that somebody told me and I had to understand. And this was, I'm not gonna lie, this is about my relationship. And this is my relationship, so I had to look at it like friends.
I'm like, well.
No, for real. So like sometimes, and this is with all of us, because even with me, and I had to understand and be able to look at myself in the mirror and recognize when it's happening. Sometimes your success, right? Or not even success. Sometimes your light can be hurtful to somebody else in that moment of pain. And that don't have nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
And that's everybody. That's your mother, that's your father, that's your girlfriend, your boyfriend.
Yep.
That's your family, cousin, best friend. And sometimes you just gotta have grace because it might be a time where you going through it and somebody else's success might make you look in the mirror and cry a little bit too.
Yeah.
So I had to learn to be sometimes not take it personally, be like, you know what? It's a time and I know you don't mean nothing by it. You don't mean to hurt me. Your words isn't towards me. It's really a self-reflection of how you feel about yourself.
That's a really tough space. Certain people, personalities, I feel like are more susceptible to it. I can honestly say I've never done that. I've been in a position where some of my friends, I would say my friend, Shamik Moore, for instance. I love him. I've been friends with him since like 7th grade. And he has been on TV way before me. And it's something that we both wanted to do. And it's something that I looked at him in admiration. And I was like, oh man, like every time he was on the screen, I'm like, Ma, Shamik's on Nickelodeon again. Like he had a Reese's commercial. And then he was on this show too. And I just remember, oh God, like I really want to do this too. Right. And it was something I also shared. But you know what? I never came left at him. I was always so happy for him. And you know, and it's not to come down on people who do, but it's a character flaw that you have to work out yourself. That's a fact. And that's nothing that anyone else is responsible for.
It's not. But let's talk about this now. Yeah. You're right. But we all got character flaws.
Absolutely. I mean, I have it in a different area.
I was about to go there.
But on this topic,
you might be blessed in
I really feel like there's something that I really wanted to do also. And that's like your biggest dream, your best friend's doing it, but you're not.
No, for sure.
So that's a big telling on who you are. And I think that, it's important to understand. And there's something, it's probably because of my mentor was the word, not an E.
Mentor?
An M.
Oh, wow.
I'm
that was
sorry.
Bad. It's okay.
That was really bad.
You get a pass.
Mentor was the word. But my mentor, aka my momager, would always tell me, when it's your time, it's your time. Just be ready. Yeah, sure. Just be ready for your time and focus more on what you're doing.
But hold up. No. What we not about to do is.
What?
You ain't about to see that's I've been saying this a lot now.
I'm
hindsight bias, right? Your mentor, your mom's was telling you that for a reason. Mm-hmm. She had been telling you that because you didn't arrive at that place yet. I'm assuming.
Of course, no, because she knows what I want to do. She knows I'm working hard and I'm trying to get out of school to go homeschool. And she like, nah, you going to school. Mm-hmm. Like, I had to go to school. I didn't have the same route. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm saying I never came to my best friend with that energy. I never made him feel ostracized or different or,
that was a good word, ostracized.
Like he's, all of a sudden, like I'm just not his friend. No, I mean, I take it with a grain of salt. And I just really feel like the fact that I lived through it and it actually did happen, I feel like I can really speak on the matter. And I can say that when it's your time, it's your time. And your path is your path.
So let me ask you this then. How to sit up.
Uh-oh.
Because that never been you, right? Was it hard for you to give grace for the people who did have that character flaw? Was you a little bit more unaccepting or not accepting to people that did come at you left when it was in them and it had nothing to do with you?
You know what? Either way, I feel like it's hard. When you're the person in the seat receiving that from people that you love, it's hard. Regardless of which.
So was it hard to accept that?
From people?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Absolutely.
I mean, I'm just curious. I'm just curious.
Very, very, very hard. Very hard.
Yo, okay. I asked you this before, right? I wanted to talk to you about this. I feel like probably like most of the interviews I watched, your relationship always came up.
Yeah.
Right? And I was wondering, I'm like, damn, like that has to be hard because it's like sometimes, like, especially when you're popular, right? And you're in popular relationships, sometimes that can overshadow what you're doing. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like that has been a case in a couple instances? Your relationship overshadowing your work?
Yeah. I feel like it's happened sometimes. I can't say that, my relationship has been clickbait every 5 seconds because it has not. So I know people have experienced it way more than me.
Yeah, there's a few people.
Yeah. So I can't say that. I think I do a pretty good, me and whoever I choose to be with publicly are always on the same page about those type of morals. But yeah, it gets frustrating sometimes when you're trying to promote something and all they want to talk about is that. Mm-hmm. Sure, it has nothing to do with you don't want to talk about it. It's just I'm working right now and I'd rather talk about work. Mm-hmm. And those just become, and that's just what comes with it. You know what? I'm so grateful. I'm going to take this time.
Give it to us, man. Give it to us.
Inserts meditation music.
Give us all the good shit.
I'm going to take this time to be super grateful for my path and for when it happened and how it happened, because it allowed me to be mature enough for a lot of things that maybe would have broke me at a younger age. And it's things like that. I understand that this is what comes with my industry, and I'm not going to kick and scream and be mad at you for that. You know what I mean? I'm mature enough to say, I understand why you're asking me this. But also, I'm mature enough to say, here's some things I'm not going to speak on. So I just want to take that time just to say that, because I feel like that's not said enough. And people often make it seem like they're just being picked on or they're not soliciting information to the world that now people want to talk about. I understand that I have millions of followers and who I choose to post, and you're interested about that. And so I just, it's that type of relationship with me and people asking questions. I never am offended. I'm just going to tell you what I want to tell you.
That's true. And you are human though, right?
Absolutely.
So you have your feelings towards it.
So I felt that way before, but I'm just saying, it's nothing that has consumed my world at night when I'm going to sleep that they ask me this question. That's all I'm saying.
Or not even the question, but the world being so invested, because it is your personal life, and like, I'm sorry, but you are Serayah. Like you. I probably can post me and my girl, and like I don't have the world ask me about it. Somebody get a couple thousand likes, but it ain't 100. You feel me?
Yeah.
You was different when you posting. It's different now. It's like people are invasive, and you can't be
just different. Shade room, and it's
you can't just be.
It's nerve wracking.
And it's funny because I talked to Zanique about this, and we were just talking about like the other side of just celebrity, right? Just the celebrity part about it, where you want to talk about these things, you want to be vulnerable, but you can't because media and the world use your vulnerability as some type of weapon. They weaponize your vulnerability. And I was wondering, have you ever felt that way? Even if it's outside of the interview, if it's the people on your page, if it's the blogs.
Sure, yeah.
Is that hard?
Shade room comments are fucking. Don't read them. That's my. I really recommend like all of my girls and guys who are on the receiving end of that spotlight. Don't read the comments because it's a lot. I've been a victim of that. Like I've read comments and been very blood boiling. I'm ready to comment back. And my team is like, no, don't do it.
Right.
And I'm like, they need to know how I feel right now.
So you've definitely felt like your vulnerability has been weaponized with social media, period.
Absolutely. Because people have an opinion. And then when it's different. Yeah. Like you're saying, it's different when it's just a comment that a couple people are seeing. But when it's comment sections that millions of people are reading and you got your people texting you, oh my God, screenshot and stuff, and my phone was blowing up off of this. It's very different. It feels all of a sudden it's like it's the camera zoom out effect. It's like, oh my God, what's happening right now? I have no control over it.
Like you get anxiety almost.
Yeah, it creates an anxiety, an angst moment. But it's also something that is used.
Talk to me. Come on, man. Talk to me.
It's also can work in your benefit, and as artists or as people in the entertainment business, let's just keep it real. Clickbait.
Oh my God.
What sells.
You just pissed me off. You fucked up my follow-up question.
What was it?
That was a great statement.
I mean,
but my follow-up was going to be like, okay, if it gives you so much anxiety, right? If it's so hard, if they weaponize your vulnerability, we saw you had one popular one. Why jump out there and do it again? But
it's my life though. It just turns into that. I'm glad that we're talking about this because it's kind of a touchy subject for me, and I'm just now opening up.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna appreciate that too. I'll say, hey, thank you. Appreciate
I'm
that.
just not opening up because I don't believe in soliciting my relationship.
And this ain't that though. I hope not.
No.
I hope not. Respectfully.
Just historically, I'm just not into it. I'm not into overly posting and just all of those things. I like to know what I got is real beyond the internet. That's just me. But there is a point in time where it's like, damn, like this is how I'm feeling right now. And I would post myself in this situation. Why I can't post me and this person in this situation? And so that's a battle that if you care about, but you know what? It's just about living in your truth and however you feel. And that's that goes back to what I said early on. In the beginning, it's like, what are you comfortable with? If you can live with yourself at night, that's all that matters for real. So if one day I'm not comfortable posting you and the next day I am, then that's just the timing. Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah. And then I'm prepared, right? Because I consented with this situation and I'm prepared with whatever comes with it. Come on. Girls DMing, comments in, shade room posting.
Oh, you went there.
People telling you look crazy. You with my man. Girl, that's my man. Okay.
You was crazy.
It's all type of stuff going on. I don't even know. It's a lot. Yeah. I was like, wow.
Well, thank you. Again, shit, I wasn't even expecting that.
Yeah.
It was
people telling you what you looking like and how you come in, and then they put you up against other people, and now it's who wore it best or who did the dance better.
Whoa, hold on.
I'm just saying all of the things you could really play into it, read the comments and feel away.
Let's be real though. No care. Like, I got a fiance, I love my girl, but like, let's be real. You pretty. You really ain't got a lot of, like, niggas can't really come at you too sideways. I mean, it's probably some things that you uncomfortable with, but
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I appreciate that, but there's a receiving end for everyone. Is my point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes
there's
sense.
all things you're gonna read that you don't really like, but until you get there, you really don't understand. Because let me tell you, I didn't understand until I got there, and when all the blogs are posting you at once, it's like, oh,
now I'm curious. Like, what is this? Some things that penetrate that make you like say, ouch?
It could be anything. It could touch on. I mean, it could be anything. It could just be anything. To be honest, comments.
Hey, I'm trying to be the
Twitter fingers. People behind a phone saying whatever.
I'm trying to be the 8 Mile B Rabbit. They say, like, if you got a issue, just call it out yourself, and then you can't say nothing about me. So now I'm curious, like, what's some of the things that you would say you're insecure about?
I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of, we're all human. We all have our own things. I don't think that's really it. I just think that it's sometimes when it doesn't even have to resonate with me. If it's a negative comment, you just don't like it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like, who are you to be? Hold on, I'm about to reply.
Yeah. No, facts. I'm with you.
And then you be deleting it like, let me not do that.
You gotta get the Finsta, get a burner.
Oh, I have a Finsta.
Yeah, you gotta get the burner so at least you can get it off. Or somebody taught me.
I do have.
Somebody taught me on Twitter, you just write it and save it to your drafts. So at least you wrote it and got it off your chest.
That's really good.
Yeah, so just write it and save it to your drafts. So now
I'm gonna do that.
You got it off your chest. You responded,
but don't accidentally post
it. You responded, but then you didn't respond. And I'm like, that's a great idea, because I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes what get to me, like what I'm like insecure about, or not really insecurity, what I work so hard about is like my set, how it looked. So somebody, like, I remember, like, somebody will say, like, your audio is off. I'm like, bitch, I know my audio off. But like when somebody comment on it,
right.
like that shit, I won't respond.
Obvious, like, something obvious.
Like I'd be like, bitch, or like, fuck you. Like when somebody say, like, I don't know, like, why this and that, or I'd be like, these bitches got me fucked up or some shit like that. Like, so definitely, like, trust me, I get it. I'm with you. So I give you my insecurities. I'm vulnerable with you too. You feel me? Nah, man. But this is a great conversation. You definitely gained a fan. Let me keep it real with you. I feel like we're friends now. You gotta give me some more music.
Gemini, everything.
You gotta give me some more music for me to be a fan. But you gained a fan of. I'm a fan of you.
Thank you, and I'm a fan of you. And you know what?
You gotta drop some more music.
Yeah, I am. I'm dropping more music. I promise. It's happening. There's a lot behind the scenes with dropping music. Just so y'all know, when your favorite artist is pushing dates back and shit, it's because it's a lot.
Like what? Because you independent. I don't want to hear it.
No.
What's the excuse? Give me the excuse.
It's a lot.
Like what? Give me the cap. Go ahead. Give me the cap. Because you independent. You already said it. You said, I'm 100% independent. So what's the excuse? Your fans want to know. Let them know. Look in that camera right there and tell them your excuse.
It's not an excuse. It's just the process. There's a lot to the process that happens. There's.
My bad.
Hello.
I was trying to follow you back. I was trying to follow you so you could follow me back.
Okay. I did this about acting, and I love to do this with as much as knowledge I know. I would love to solicit it, but there's just not, there's playlisting, there's DSPing, there is
You saw that.
I'm not sure. There is, preparing for drop dates and getting your team, aligned with all of these different things, all these different contents that you see dropping, and all of this stuff is planned and prepared, is what I'm saying. And there's a rollout process, and these things take time, and these things take money, and these things take effort, and these things take planning, and it's not just, oh shit, they dropped it. Like before they dropped it, I'm sure they had months of planning before that. So just know that whenever your favorite creatives are dropping something, like also like instead of just watching it to critique it, understand that how much work has gone into the process of something being created to be delivered to a mass of public, you know, to the masses. And that's why I don't really like to critique like that. I like to find what I like about something, because I'm also an artist and we're sensitive about our shit, and we take a lot of time and effort and money to put into the things that we do and the things that you see, from photography to videos to appearances to the clothes that we wear to the way that our hair is done to the makeup that you see us wear to you know, the events that you see us flying everywhere. This is money spent. Like, let's be real.
Hey, you said it, because I was going to go.
Because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it just seeming like, and then people come to me and they say, oh, you're Serayah, you should be doing this. Oh my God, you should be doing this. You should be, why don't you reach out to Rick Ross and you should be. It's like, why are you saying it like it's so easy?
Come on, bro, you playing. Like
this a pet peeve of mine at this point, and no one talks about that.
No.
And it's not that easy.
Let's talk
This is planning. This is meetings. This is getting people. This is a lot to do.
Why are you in my head right now?
Before you can arrive somewhere. And it's time for artists and creatives to keep it real, because it's not real. You guys, it's not being told. And I just feel like it's something that every artist, from the biggest to the smallest, are dealing with. They're dealing with people approving of them. They're dealing with people with budgets. They're dealing with all type of things.
Or just working your way up.
Just all type of stuff. I'm telling you, people that I thought that we didn't have the same struggle, we had the same struggle. And I said, oh,
bro,
I had no idea that they were also dealing with this.
Man, let me tell you.
There's no way that they're dealing with this. And they are. You know what I'm saying? And it's uh-oh.
Want some more?
No, I'm good.
I'm about to say that. We talking, hey, we in here now.
And it's just so important that people understand that by the time you get a product from anywhere, right? A lot of thought and money and time and planning has been devoted to that. And I just really want people to take that with a grain of salt, because with the commenting that we're talking about and everything like that, not to say it's going to get better from this interview, but I'm just saying at least it could be insight for other creatives to look at and be like, okay, cool, I'm not alone. You know, it's not going to stop the haters and the Twitter fingers and the people who ain't doing shit anyways. We're not talking about them. We're talking about people who get up every day with a to-do list, assert themselves, make their bed, all type of stuff. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I like this, Serayah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't play with me. Okay, every day. So for the people who get up every day and do what they gotta do,
pop your shit.
This is who I'm talking to.
Yo, when I say you in my head, bro, I'm with you. We here, bro, cause like
the little things to the biggest things.
Yo, niggas will be like, yo, Jay, you should get NBA YoungBoy on your show. Bitch. Don't tell me
like, as if that's not what come on.
Like, people
obviously.
Yo, bro, you should get Boosie on your show. No shit, Sherlock. Like, what do you mean? Like, I know that. Obviously. Like, niggas be, you fucking idiots. Like, before we get to the money, before we get to the everything you said, the one thing you ain't say was the effort. You need to do
a song with.
Yo, it's so much effort in here.
Your breaks.
Facts. Like, if I could, nigga, I would. I want to. Tell them check that DM. Since everybody say who I should do. Tell them check that DM.
You should. You should
shut the fuck up. That's what you should do.
Oh my gosh. And I know that so many people just, and I'm just here to say, like, if you thought that, thank you for being a fan, but if you thought that Serayah was on a pedestal that couldn't nobody, you know, I'm here to say and keep it really 100 with you. Like, it's an everyday uphill battle. You know what I'm saying?
You said that. Hey,
For everybody.
I like this.
Cut
That's Serayah. You need to get you some more of this because that shit.
What is this?
Bel Air, whatever. Right. You feel me? Because
this is the opportunity to sponsor.
Thanks. You should call Rick Ross
Your
right
sponsor.
Now.
You did it.
I can't say what I want to say.
This is an example of sponsorship. So, congrats.
Oh, you full of shit. Oh, you got one. It's okay.
Cheers.
Shout out to Bel Air, man. Shout out to Rick Ross. Shout out to everybody that part of the game. You full of shit, though. But it's okay. It's okay.
I'm not.
Hey, you should call Rick Ross. You feel me?
You see what I'm saying? But, hey. He's in your contacts. I mean.
You funny as shit.
Maybe we can.
You funny as shit. He in my contacts?
I mean, I don't know.
That's
somebody
crazy.
His or his.
I got
the manager.
I got an interview with. Hey, might be on the way.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
You should. Come on now, stop. Stop with that. This week.
Niggas, I'm over that shit.
That. This week, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, it's a new year. It's your birthday. We putting that shit all on the table right now.
Don't you think you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying?
Nah, I do.
I have vision boards and stuff. Like, I know.
Yeah, the shit you telling me is at the top of the list.
I'm aware, and it's trust me.
Like you said, thank you for being a fan, but the shit you telling me is at the top of the list.
I just, and more than anything, it's purpose. And now we can bring the interview back. It's purpose because we can end on this. I know I'm rambling at this point.
You're not. It's
drinking
good.
Bel Air and all type of stuff, but it's about purpose. And it's like if I can be, if I can lend a word or a song or an experience or a touch or a hug or whatever to someone who feels like they may have been overlooked or they feel like no one can relate or they feel like they're the only dreamer in their family or they feel like I want to be here to say that I feel you. And that's why I want to keep it real with just where I'm at, and that's all I can subscribe to. All I can talk about is my experience and where I'm at. And if that can be of assistance or help to anyone that's been in the shoes that I've been in, then that makes it more fulfilling. I mean, money it's great.
It's amazing. This is really good.
It's amazing. But
it ain't everything.
It's not everything. Because when you live at the top of the building and you can look at the city, but you're alone, it means nothing.
You talking some shit. You might be a little smizz, but
no,
that's some real shit. But the way you said it and you paused, it was just.
I've been in that situation. I've had a beautiful apartment in the top of a building and looked at the lake in the city, but when you're alone and you cry tears still, what the fuck does it matter? You know what I'm saying? And so I just want everyone to know that. And people are bigger than me that say this, have more money and power and fame and success and careers. You can, but maybe you look at them and you go, but you don't really understand. Like, you lavish, you go on a private jet. Like, you don't get it. No, for real. For real. I'm telling you, this is more than that for me. And so when I can take the opportunity, the space and the comfort and a safe space to talk about things, I really will, because for me it's not about all of the vanity. I'm living a real life. I don't know about anyone else.
This is real for sure.
Yeah.
Yo, I enjoyed this conversation.
Thank you. I appreciate you for having me.
This is good, man. Oh, so yeah. Can you follow me back? I always do this on camera. I do this. Yeah. Can you say it's not about the vanity? You said, you gave all that good speech. Yeah.
Can you follow me back? No. Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Gemini season. Cheers. Even though people like to hate on us.
Yeah.
Why do they do that?
I'm looking at you on your phone. It's still right there though. You see how I wait?
Well, I was cheersing. I had to drink my. You didn't even. Come on.
No, I drink.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm with you, and only because it's your birthday,
Yeah.
Nobody will ever come on my show and tell me when we gonna wrap this
just
up.
edit this night.
I'm just letting you know.
No.
Nah, it's jokes.
I thought I was
it's jokes.
rambling.
No, stop.
No, I really thought I was like, oh, I'm
it's
doing
jokes.
too much.
No.
But I had to say the little purpose
It's jokes.
thing,
It's jokes. It's jokes.
You
Let me
can
get my
wrap it
joke
up,
off.
do
Let
your little thing.
me get my. See, she did it again. She gonna wake me up and just tell me it's my fucking show. She gonna come on here, but because it's your birthday, I'm gonna let you have that.
I don't want to mess up the. Okay, sorry.
Nah, stop. Don't say you sorry. Damn, don't say you sorry.
Listen, okay.
Listen,
You done opened up the can of worms, so here we are.
Yo, you got the long hair. Hold on, sister. We ain't
Just
wrapping
got
up
it
yet.
done too.
You got it up because you about to go on a birthday
It's
trip.
Really well.
It's not because people keep comparing you to It's not because people keep comparing you to Nia Long and Megan Good.
Oh, I love that.
You love that?
Yeah. What? Nia Long's on my vision board. Love Jones.
Okay.
I wanna do a Black love story.
Yeah. Nia Long and Megan Good is.
Yeah. And
They
Megan
two
Good
good
is like
ones to
big
be
sis.
compared to.
Yeah.
That's like big. You talk to her.
Yeah. I have her number. Yeah.
Oh shit.
I don't I don't talk to her, but
You got her number though. No.
yeah.
Don't try to backpedal.
no, but she's amazing. She's I can say a woman in this industry that is a little bit older than me and that has really taken me like she's really that girl.
Yeah.
She really is like sis.
And she's living free right now. She's having too much fun.
Like be you. Like, yeah.
She's having too much fun.
She's dope.
Yeah, she is.
She's dope.
This is great, man. This is a great conversation. I'm glad we was able to have this sit down. I appreciate you. I thank you so much for real. Thanks to Momager as well for bringing you. That's it, man. Serayah, J Hill Podcast. It's a wrap. We out.